Early this year, I burnt out my audience completely by selling to them the wrong way. I was posting videos with comment the word CTAs and they were getting 0 responses when they used to be getting hundreds and hundreds. My engagement rate was dropping, my views were dropping, and I was losing more followers than ever. This is one of the worst nightmares for a creator. I wanted to make money from my content. I wanted to prove that I could design the life that I wanted to live, and I wanted the freedom that money buys. I've been a creator for a very, very long time, and I've been through this entire journey of trying to make money through my content. I remember it starting with just hoping that money would arrive into my bank account if I posted more. Then it moved into waiting till I had 10k followers before I sold anything, before it finally ended up at only selling free products because I didn't think I was good enough. But one of the biggest paradigm shifts I ever had was going from only giving away free products in August of 2024 to then closing 2.1 Great British pounds in September from 4 clients that DM'd me asking to buy what I sold. This is when I really just realized it was possible. I realized how I was going to earn this money, how I was going to buy myself the freedom. So what I started to do was started to study the top creators, started to study the creators with the best connections to their audience, the ones that were making the most money, started to realize what they were doing. I did this for months and I'm still doing this today, 2 years later. But what I learned was this process that I like to call story selling. And it's completely based off the principle that you hate being sold to. You hate when people sell to you, but you love buying things that help you become the person that you think you should be. And that's why I'm making this video today, because I know how hard it is to try and sell to your audience without burning them out and without feeling salesy and without just feeling like icky and scared about sales. I've got 4 steps of story selling that I'm going to teach you in this video that all lead up to what people buy from you instead of you selling to them. I ended up doing £20,000 in that first year of being a successful creator. We're on track to do 5 to 10x that this year. And for a little bit of extra proof, I own parts of other creator companies that you will know. Selling anywhere from high ticket services to mid ticket, or even doing a grand in just the first week of January from only low ticket products. Because in all of these cases, the product and sales did 20% of that. The other 80% was in marketing. So this is how I stopped selling to get clients and instead just started getting more people to buy. So just before we start, this game of story selling needs to be played with one rule in mind. People must know that you sell something. Even though you're not selling to people, people need to know that you sell. Okay, let's get into this. I'm actually incredibly excited for this video because it's always been my dream to be able to run a creative business where I'm posting content and being an entrepreneur and building the businesses I have through the content. But I always hated the idea of being salesy and just like hard promoting all of my content. So the first step I want to get into so you can have people buy from you without you selling to them and there being any resentment there is start doing top of funnel content. Right. To catch you up, if you don't know, top of funnel content is the content that attracts people. This is the type of content that is going to help you grow followers. And the simple rule for top of funnel content is post your life. When people buy from you, they only care about one thing specifically: getting the outcome, getting what they want to buy for, the person they will become. You know, one of the reasons why I buy so many Apple products and why I'm so proud of myself after I spend $2,500 on a laptop, 1k on a phone, 5k on AirPods, is because I want to become more like Steve Jobs. Apple doesn't close me. I buy from them and I feel so good after it because it helps me become closer to the person that I want to be. And this all starts in top of funnel content. And there's 3 ways to make your top of funnel content one of one and unlike anybody else's to attract your dream follower. The first one is going to be understand who you are and why you're different. And just show this to people. Right? It doesn't need to be some crazy Miami flexing lifestyle. You just need to be one of one with it. Be who you really are. Show the life that you actually live and realize how far you've come from who you used to be. Because that's who you're selling to. You're selling to a past version of you. Someone who's in an A situation. You're in B. Yes, you're heading to C. But remember, you are still living your dream life. Even if it's not the life you're dreaming of. Use everything that makes you one of one and put it into the content that shows your life. The second is understanding your rules of the game, or other words, how you live life. What are the rules for your life? These are deep rooted in who you are as a person and your why. Defining your rules of the game gives you pillars to create content about that span across everything that you do. And number 3 is showing, not telling. It's good that you can go and tell people that you live the life you live, but they'll believe it when they see it, so show them. Because the first problem, if you're not making the money you want from your content and from your offer, is a marketing problem. It's because you don't have trust in the market. People don't see you as someone they want to buy from. And when I was in that same situation, when I didn't have trust, I went back to what it takes to build trust. Because trust is formed person to person. So when you post top of funnel content, that is your life. That is one of one. People see you as a real person. They see the life that you live and they identify with who you are now. So use top of funnel content that shows your life to attract new followers. Number 2. Okay, so step number 2. This is the most underrated, slept on, and ignored principle within almost the entire of the creator economy. So if you can go and do this will literally put you in the top 1% of creators and creator brands. And it's just speaking to people. It seems so simple and it seems so small, and that's why it's so strong. Because in the last step I said trust is built person to person. So this is where we can deepen that connection. I want you to speak to people. When I was first starting my creator career, I told you the story earlier of how I went from August only giving away free products, August in 2024 only giving away free products, and then September of 2024 making 2.1 grand in that, just in the change of a month. What I was doing in between that was just speaking to people. Every single new follower I got, I DM'd. I'd be like, yo, Jamie, see you play football? I play football too. What position you in? Yo, Bridget, I see that you like sewing. I don't like sewing, but my mom does. Like, what's it like? I was just speaking to people. Just building up connection, because this does multiple things. And the first thing it does is genuinely builds connection. So when the next time you go and post after you've posted a video, Bridget and Jamie, in the examples I've just given, are more likely to go and comment on your posts and boost the interactions and boost the actual views and everything that your posts are going to get. From the span of September 2024 to the end of the year of that 2024, I hopped on over 100 calls with my audience. I spoke with people over 100 hours. I booked an hour-long call with so many people I was speaking to in my DMs just to understand their problems. I developed my products a huge amount through these times, my scripting frameworks, these storytelling frameworks, everything, just by teaching them to people and getting them to try them and getting results, getting feedback. But also, everything that they told me helped me understand who they are, helped me understand their problems, and it helped me understand and unlock more stories from my life that I can tell to relate, resonate with them, and build trust. This helps you show that you have been through what they are going through. And this is where it gets very interesting. This video that I'm filming today came from a conversation that I was having with one of you. You might be watching this video now. They were telling me the problems that they're currently having with trying to sell to their audience and make more money from their content and being a creator and being an entrepreneur. And I was just like, yo, I've been through every single step of that process. I'm gonna make a video helping you, which leads me exactly onto my third step now. Is building your middle of funnel content from the conversations that you have. Before I get into that, I need to tell you a principle that I hold true to myself, and this is one of the rules of the game that I even noted down when I was doing the rules of the game practice that I take all my clients and all my community members through. I'm a massive storyteller, obviously. I'm talking about storytelling now. And you can make story really simple by just saying story equals change. You know what the other thing that equals change is? Life. Life equals change. So therefore, story equals life. Story is just life, right? But the other thing that equals change, or that I think should equal change, is marketing and product. Because if you're selling something that doesn't help someone change into the person they want to become, then what the fuck is the point of the product? So you should be selling change to people through stories. Story equals change. Story equals marketing. Story equals life. So if the goal of our content and the goal of our marketing is to help people change, I want you to use all of the conversations that you have from step number 2 to create your content for step number 3. Your middle of funnel content should always be about problem solving, right? Putting people in motion, getting them unstuck, realizing that this video today is going to help you get unstuck in making money from your content and making money from your business. And I know what it's like to be in that situation. So I'm helping you today get unstuck. I'm putting you in motion. And this is perfect middle of funnel content that is just solving your problems. Use your conversations to feed your content ideas ideas. Because everything that your audience is telling you, right? This same audience that decided to follow you because of the top of funnel content where you were showing the life that you live and the outcome is now in your DMs speaking to you about the problems that they're having. These are the conversations these are the problems that you need to use from those conversations to create middle of funnel content about. Because these people, again, they already follow you for the outcome and the life that you live. They are now going to listen to your value because it's in context of your life. You cannot just post value content and just hope for it to work, because everyone is doing that. Value is not an impressive resource anymore, right? Everyone has the same knowledge. ChatGPT has all of it. Google has all of it. It's all on YouTube. But when it comes in context, when the value comes in context of the life that they live, you will listen. I listen more because you know that it's going to help you get there. It's the same reason of that kind of like analogy of why would you listen to a university professor who's never ran a business in their life? But you would listen to someone who has listened. But you would listen to someone who has ran a successful business because it's in context of the life that they've lived. Use your conversations to feed your content ideas. Okay, so now moving on to step number 4. You have 80% of the framework and the infrastructure around what's going on, but this final step is going to strengthen the entire thing and make sure it doesn't crumble before you. Proof, credibility, and trust are the final triggers and tests before someone buys from you. Do they believe in you? Do they trust you? Do they think you'll actually help them change? Are you going to play a pivotal part in their story? Are you going to be able to be their guide? I've had many sales calls in my life where people have joined the call having no idea what I sell. They don't know what the offer is, they don't know what the deliverables are, they don't know what the dream outcome, all of this bullshit, right? But they come onto the call wanting to buy from me because they saw proof, they knew my story, and they knew that I would help them change. I have 10 incredible members inside my community, and every one of them decided to buy from me. I didn't sell anyone. They wanted to buy because they knew there was proof, they knew there was credibility, and they trusted me. It makes sales easier. It makes clients better. It makes your life easier. Just yesterday, I finished giving December prizes to my community members who were the ones who were like the most interacted. These weren't clients that I sold and forced into the community. These are clients that came onto the call wanting to buy. Honestly, this shift changes business. I'm getting chills as I say this because I used to be stressed out speaking to clients. I used to be very nervous speaking to clients, but now it's fun. I'm just so glad that these people came to me to help them and for me to have the responsibility to help them get to where they want to go. I know these people, they're friends. Members inside my community mean so much to me, and them wanting to buy in to the identity, the life of becoming one of one has made everything for me so much easier. So after everything that we've previously spoken about in terms of top of funnel content, showing your life, building up connection in the DMs, just speaking to people, hopping on calls with people. Number 3, solving their problems with middle of funnel content. You need to wrap all of this up, tie the bow with proof, credibility, and trust. Show what you sell. Put pictures on your stories of the results that you're getting. Show that you're working with people. Tell your story about why you're someone of value. Add it to videos, show it to people, put it on your stories. Proof, credibility, and trust. Just sit with yourself and ask the past version of you what would give them proof, credibility, and trust in you today, and do that consistently. This has been my 4-step story selling video. How you can stop trying to close people and have these awful hard pitching sales conversations and instead have people wanting to buy from you. However, if you're still not making sales, one of the problems might just be that you don't have a big enough audience and you're waking up with 0 new followers. In this case, I want you to watch this video up here, which is going to help you build an audience over just a number of followers. Thank you for watching. I've been Seth Lloyd. This has been One of One. And I want you to subscribe because if you've made it this far in the video, it means you're different and it means that this isn't going to be the last time we speak. So continue the mission and I'll see you in this video.